What is up and welcome back, everybody. How we doing today? What is going on? We are back with Resident Evil Remake. Chris's run here. One of my favorite parts of the game. HKA, what is up? Look at this. Justin Gonzalez, Matthew Green, Ellen Ripley, what is going on? Hello, horror peeps. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are also doing just as well. Here we are, baby. I am excited for this. So I will say I really like where we left off. Last time I was able to get more done than I planned. So that was really good. We had taken care of Neptune, in the Aqua Ring, so that was all good to go. And now we're going to deal with Plant 42. So how's everybody doing today? Sorry, I missed the live stream yesterday, Seabash. Work was whipping my butt all day. Oh my gosh, I hear that. I almost sent you guys a message and said, hey, I'm going to probably have to postpone this a little bit, like a half hour, because exiting the office and getting back and just the nightmare that was traffic today was brutal. But you know what? We found a way. And here we are. But we're doing it. I hope everybody's doing well. So, we are going to head into the gallery area because we used the gallery key. We grabbed our lovely red book. And we're going to do this damn thing. I'm going to make a quick sandwich now as I'm hungry. All that shooting, baby. All that siege. You were on it today. Mary is in the house. Thank you. Thank you, everybody that's here right now. This is great. We're doing it. I know we're a little later. Actually, kind of an in-between time for me when I like to get on here and do this. So just to be safe, since we have so much healing, let's grab one more herb. And let's do this. I appreciate the love and the hype. Fat Boys Gaming is now here. Thank you so much for being here, FBG. Numata looks good. Yeah, there's some good games out there. Let me give everybody a cheers before we get balls deep into some Resident Evil Remake. And here we go. Luckily, I still have my notes, which is always fantastic. My unhinged notes section. Lindsay said to me the one day, she goes, look at that notepad. I go, yeah, it's awesome. Right? Gotta have my notes, man. Freaking RE1 Remake. I love it. Second. Did we really do this to ourselves? I think we did. Yeah, we need that. Trying to sting my ass. I don't think so. No way. Get your ass with the bug spray. That's what we do. I've had a great time revisiting Resident Evil 1 Remake. I actually hadn't played through this. It'd been probably, I think from the last trophy I had on, I think it was like 2 years ago. And I did a Chris run to get the bad ending to get that trophy. So coming back in here, it's funny. My head still remembers the original map layout so much better than like coming back in here and being like, Which way do I go in the beginning? Because the whole way the opening of the game starts is totally different, which is wild. And look at that guy. I was talking about this on Jill's run. This model, this poor researcher, his face, he's all jacked up from those stings. It's not good. It's not good at all. So burn and turn that key. And we should be able to run through this real quick. So this first one was orange, which should be 5. Oh, wait, here. And then we had... Those 2 dashes were 2. And then the horizontal ones were also 2. Maybe not. Did I screw that up? Oh, I did. All right, so you're 5. And then you're actually 6. There we go. Get that unlocked, and then we can come in here and witness this. Just remember, folks, pop quiz on Friday. Yeah, I'm going to test you guys to see how well you know the V-Jolt formula here. And as you can see, there's something written on the wall. There it is. That's as fast as you get to see it. And here you go. You don't know much about medicine, so there's no point in taking the empty bottle. You know who does know something about it, though? Is my girl, Rebecca. She knows all about that. So I will tell you, Justin Gonzalez, Aliens Fireteam Elite, it's a lot of fun to play online. So if you have someone like me that you can hop on and play online with, you're going to have a hell of a time. I can't speak on the other one because I haven't played it. And here's obviously our V-Jolt report. Oh, yeah. Open that up. You know how we roll. I love how they give you a typewriter right here. Like in case you wanted to save. Right before going in here. I love the atmosphere. Especially, like, look at all these damn moths. Dusty-ass room. Yeah, we could totally live stream Fireteam Elite. I would love to play it with some folks from the horror family on here. The horror. Oh, the horror family. But you have multiple classes, and you have 3 people on a fire team. So this empty ass room. All right. So before we trigger all this, let's clean up this outside area before we proceed. I feel bad that I went ahead and I had to mix that solo green because my idea was to bring that with me here to mix with this red herb. But I guess we're just going to pick that up now and return it to the box along with this magazine. Because fighting Plant 42 with Chris is it's a whole different animal. If you remember correctly, when we were Jill and we made the Vigil and we went downstairs, we dumped the Vigil on the plant, and then Barry came through with the Flamethrower, and that was the boss fight. That is not the case now. No, no, no. I need to get back for blood. Dude, I have so many games in my backlog already and all these other ones that I want to pick up. I was pretty much saying, you know, once September hits, we're going to have a new game drop almost every other month that we're going to want to hopefully live stream as they come out. Silent Hill F, obviously, Chronos. I don't know when that Project Violet comes out, but that is definitely on the list. So here's what I'm going to do. Since this shotgun is now just living in our box, because we have the assault shotgun that we got down from the Aqua Ring, we're going to burn through these 6 shells on this one and then switch over to this shotgun while we fight Plant 42. So that's our course of action here. See how we do. 21 like hype. You guys are amazing so far. Really appreciate it. Our last live stream got up to the 40s. That was huge for me and my fledgling channel here. So thank you everybody that gets on here and supports and keeps this damn chat active. That means a lot. What is up, Mr. Wayne? Here we are. Mr. Wayne is now in the house. Absolutely, baby. We're doing this thing. We're doing it today. So let's see what we can do here. Let's go get this triggered. We got the door unlocked for Becky, so this is all good. I just wanted to double check. Very nice. Bex is going to have to do her thing. She's the smart one. She can play the piano. She can play with chemicals. We're lucky Chris can even mix a red and green herb, right? But I guess as a smoker, wink, wink, nod, nod, he can do that just fine. Ayo. So I'm dialed in. I am dialed into this. Hello? Oh, shit. This would be so fucked up to all the shit you've seen in this game thus far. Like you survived a giant shark already. The zombies, the crimson heads, dogs. Now this thing. Rebecca? Oh, nice. Really appreciate that as soon as I'm just walking up the steps. How are we doing? We're still okay. Ah! Ooh! Man, I don't know if I've ever been actually knocked off that balcony before. That hurts. We got 2 more shots left with this shotgun. Then we're going to switch over to the assault. Hell yeah. might be... Yeah, now's the time for this. Run, run, run. Oh, just missed it. Nice. We took a couple unnecessary hits there. I definitely feel like getting knocked off the balcony was not good for business. That took a massive amount of health from us, I think. But not bad. So plant 42. Kiss my grits. Thomas Sweeney, what is up? Which is better, the original or remake? So the original holds a special place in my heart, but remake is probably the best remake of all time, in my opinion. It's that damn good. So I will, nostalgia will tell me I love the original, but if I take the nostalgia blinders off, the remake is just an incredible damn game. Thank you so much for being here. Both are good. It's just a matter of taste and nostalgia. Yes, see? Mr. Wayne's hitting on it right there. Kill it. Yes. Never could beat any one of them except Resident Evil 2. I prefer the remake for RE1 only. Yes. So here's what I will say. And I've told this story many times, but I know you're new to the channel. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already hit that like button, shoot me a sub. When I first got my PlayStation 1, I got Resident Evil Director's Cut, and I even had the little black and white guide, and I couldn't beat it. So I ended up getting Resident Evil 2 DualShock when that came out, and I was actually able to play through Resident Evil 2, and then I went back and started chipping away at Resident Evil 1. But, man, the difference in the difficulty...
Yeah.
2 is so approachable. It's a great one, great starting off point for the originals, if you're new to the series.
He's gone.
I'm sorry.
It's my fault. I should have watched out for him.
This is the remake.
Room.
Genesis 26, what is up?
I'll be there. I'm glad you're still okay.
You guys are being awesome today. I really appreciate it. We're just buzzing along. And now we get to go back to the mansion, which I do not want to do. There is one bit of curiosity that I cannot let go of. And it is down here in the Aqua Ring. I thought I was going to be able to switch over as Rebecca and do the V-Jolt. I don't know what I did that made that not happen. Or if I'm just thinking about the, what do you call it? The original. I think the new Resident Evil is going to be really interesting.
Wesker?
Chris, you're alive.
I think it's going to take the
My
series
words
in a new
exactly.
direction.
Where's Jill? Thought you were with her.
Yeah, I know. We got separated.
I see. Anyway, we better find a way out of here before we turn into zombie food.
Hell yeah.
Got any suggestions, Wesker?
We should get a better grip on the situation.
We should get a better
There
grip on the
must be
situation.
areas
Hell
still
yes.
to be explored in that other mansion. Chris, I want you to check them out one more time. I'll continue my investigation here.
Sure thing.
I think you can have free heal in the chemical room from Rebecca. Really? I did not know that. Here, let's step on these bugs Wesker was shooting. We got to moonwalk into him. So, if that's the case, let's go find out, because I do want to check that bottom area in the aqua ring. I don't know if it's empty or not. So you think if I go in here, we get a free heal from Bex? Let's see. I would urge anyone that has played these games, if you haven't played this one in particularly, and you can handle the old school style of these games. Oh, wow, look at you. Mr. Wayne with the knowledge.
This room is equipped with all sorts of medical supplies. Want me to treat your wounds?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, would you?
Free heal. Yeah, fix my arm. Mr. Wayne.
Thanks.
Good look, my dude. Appreciate it. She is so emotionally scarred at this point. It's not good. She needs to take a nap. A nap would be ideal
Be
at this
strong,
point.
Rebecca.
She survived 0 and watched everybody die, minus Billy. So where are we at? Okay. We're going to check down at the aqua ring. I don't know. This could be just a waste of 5 minutes, but we're going to have to check because I need it for peace of mind, because I don't remember in his scenario if there's something down there. But we will find out. I was thinking we were just going to go back down there as Bex and do the V-Jolt. Let's do it. Satisfy your curiosity, says Mr. Wayne, which probably means a whole lot of nothing. You know, I would also be curious if I had to look in here earlier and I could have done the V-Jolt. And regardless, to be back down here and hear this music track one more time, it's totally worth it, in my opinion. Probably nothing, but I want to see too. Hell yeah. Let's do it, guys. Oh, not that room again. We don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that again. Where was that ladder? It's actually right in the middle here. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well today. Happy Monday. Hopefully you all had a good Monday. And it's only getting better here with some Resident Evil 1 Remake. Monday was, it was nuts. I was busy. I got a busy-ass week. No way, floppy flop. All right, let's see what's in here. Yep, the shark is in this one. We took care of that on the previous stream at the tail end of it. Nope, it's going to be an empty fucking room. Wow. There you have it. This is what we came back for. Whole lot of nothing. Okay. Sure. Well, for visiting every area on the map, we can at least say we 100%ed this whole section. So back to the scary part now. We know what's waiting for us when we return to the mansion, and that's some bullshit. I never actually run around the aqua ring and see this angle. So that's kind of cool to be able to do so. You know he's just going to eat me. He's on his last breath. He's going to bite my head off and one-shot me. We're not playing any games right now. No way. That thing's still flopping around. That's why you want me to play that. You want to see me suffer, don't you, Justin? Is that what it's all about? Thought we were friends. No, I mean, that's what I'm looking forward to. Like this, it had been a little bit, but it's all kind of come back to me after Jill's run for the most part. Obviously, the nuances in between the two campaigns between her and Chris. But it's going to be fun when we hop on something totally new. And we do some Tormented Souls or something in the future that you guys might not even know about. I want to clear some backlog shit before we get these new releases coming out. There's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. If you like these types of games, I mean, we are going to be eating good. Okay, let me see. It's Quebec National Day tomorrow. But everyone celebrates on the 23rd instead. I do both day. Time to drink. All right, well, here. To my brother up north, Mr. Wayne. And from everybody else here on the chat, I'm going to raise up my tequila and soda water and say cheers to you, sir. I'm hoping Chris will be in the new Resident Evil. Well, the cool thing about that, Thomas, is actually we know Chris is alive because the Shadows of Rose DLC, they even state, and that takes place like, what, 16 years after Village? They even state that Rose is going to go chat with Chris. So I personally think they're going to throw for a legacy character that's going to play as the secondary character in that game. It's going to be either Leon or Jill. That's my guess, but I think anything is up for grabs. I really do. I don't think there's any one specific character that it's definitely going to be or definitely not going to be. And that is just based off of personal opinion. I think with them returning to Raccoon City, you have a great opportunity for someone like Jill, who was last there, from what we know, when she's leaving in Resident Evil 3 and the bomb is coming to be dropped on Raccoon City. And in the remake, you hear her even say, "So long, RC." So I could totally see them playing on that and going back and having Jill, who has really been absent from the series since, Resident Evil 5, despite being an RE3 remake. So we're going to have the shoddy. Oh, man, I really don't want to go deal with this nonsense now, but we have to go do it. Our canteen is full, so that's good. I am going to go ahead and save it. Today's been a very interesting day, so we don't want to be pulling any punches here. Let me catch up now that we're saving. We have the lovely save theme, what you guys are saying in the chat. Oh, let me figure it out on my own, Justin. I wish they didn't cancel that Netflix Resident Evil series. Cheers, cheers, yes. Did anyone see the... it was basically a trailer. It was like a teaser. They were going to do a detective kind of Resident Evil series, and it's about right before the outbreak kind of takes place in Raccoon City. So the main character was going to be a police detective. You know what we're going to do too? Hold on, as I get ahead of myself and not organize my items. But it's like a detective, and you see him kind of investigating in this house, this murder, and it was going to have all these ties to Umbrella and all the seedy shit that was going on, and eventually lead to zombies and other chaos. And I was like, that would have been freaking cool. And I always feel like the really good ideas that the fans, especially with like any live action Resident Evil stuff, the good ideas end up getting wasted. And that's a bummer. I think, like, honestly, I could have gotten over the casting and the decisions in Welcome to Raccoon City if they would have not condensed 2 games into one freaking movie, which was stupid.
Chris to Brad. Can you hear me? Brad. Damn.
I brought that blue herb because these freaking snakes hated me out in my Jill run. So I don't even want to play right now. How much do I remember the Return to the Mansion as Chris here? Got a hoo-hoo. Okay, bye. I ain't got time for no dogs. My ex and I went on a Resident Evil binge. Hell yes. Uh-huh. So I went and did the opposite of what I was planning to do. And I still got bit twice. And I'm still fucking poisoned. You bastards. I hate these snakes. If I had my handgun, I would shoot those things. I'm probably the only player to ever get poisoned by those snakes in back-to-back runs. Capcom did this to me on purpose. I don't appreciate the hate. So the rumor is they are making a new Resi movie. And the initial rumor was it was going to be Resident Evil 0. And then it changed, and now they're talking about it's a umbrella courier trying to make their way back with a package. So, who knows? Who knows what the hell they're doing? Whatever they're doing, it's ridiculous. I hate those snakes. Let me see what else you guys are saying. I didn't see the last live action movie. I don't know how many of those Mila Djokovic, Paul W.S. Anderson ones I saw, but I feel like I've seen them all because I felt like I had to just keep doing it as much as I didn't want to. As I'm not a horror guy, but now that I'm older, I actually watch them all. Hell yes. Oh, and here we go. I just want some damn shotgun shells. Now, you guys know I don't use first aid sprays. We're herbs only. So we got 1 and 2 in here. I wish we had more shotgun shells. That's what I wish we had. All right, so when we come through, we know we don't have to deal with that yet. Not yet. Come out, go through there, deal with that, and that will wipe that out. And then it'll be time to deal with this shit. All right, well, here we go, baby. All right, everyone. Cheers, and wish me luck. This is the shit. And it is hitting the fan. Always wish they remastered these, though. Oh, yes! Get your ass out of here. Wow. That really didn't help me out. You done? You got a knife to the eye. All right. Whatever. You know, I thought I had those equipped, because that would have been big. That would have probably saved us from that second swipe, but then again, I could have shot it too close, and then we would have taken the damage. All right, so let me mentally regain my bearings. We're going to go deal with that door in the main hall on the eastern side, and then as well as all this nonsense upstairs. And we'll cut through and go like that. All right. I think we got a decent play. Decent plan of attack. Let's do it. Yeah. Putting a knife in a hunter's eye, that doesn't really do a whole lot of anything. What would you guys rather go up against? A licker or a hunter? What do you think you'd have better survival chances with? This will be interesting to see. I was also, somebody mentioned, it was actually, their handle was Jill Valentine. And they're like, when are you going to do, I think it was hard mode with her RE3 outfit now that you have it unlocked. And I was like, oh, shit. We're calling that out already, huh? Can I trade in ink ribbons for fucking shotgun shells, please? Can we make that a thing? Ooh! Headies in the reflection, but also front and center. That was horror show. That's what we like to call that. That was full-on horror show. Very, very nice. See, I feel like the hunters are just like, they're just death waiting to happen. The licker, I feel like because it can't see, you can kind of toe tap around those things and get away from them. Okay, hold on. Before we do that, because we're going to clean this up. We are going to head over there. We will hit the item box. And we will be getting the jewels. So we kind of did this opposite with Jill, where we went and got the jewels first. But since we're here, we're just going to go ahead and grab this. Grab this. Why not? No, he's not getting back up. Aaron, what is up? Aaron is here. Thank you so much for stopping by, Aaron. Appreciate your support. All right, are we safe? We're not safe. There's no safety. There's absolutely no safety. So, you know what I am curious about now that we're here? And we have that epic lightning strike. Now, is Forrest still here? Is Forrest still, like, or does he disappear? Because we didn't trigger him. I was actually going back and timestamping our original Jill, our first live stream of her. Okay. So he is still just slumped over. I'm sorry, Forrest. I'm not going for the green herbs. I'm not doing it. You're not worth my shotgun shells. We have limited capacity for random killing. No time for this shit. See, we've at least found out 2 things. One, that room in the Aqua Ring is meaningless. And 2, we have the... So there's just 2 herbs back there, and if he was gone, I was going to go get them. And obviously, he is still there. You can still trigger him when you return to the mansion, which is pretty cool. Nope. You son of a bitch. No! Oh, no! Jeez. You bastards. I hate those hunters, man. There's nothing relaxing about this. You guys just get to watch me sit here and deal with stress and anxiety. I hope it's enjoyable for all of you. Doesn't matter how many times I play this. You get back to when the hunters are in the mansion, it's the worst. I will say, and this is not even a hot take, this is just straight up honest. When you return to the mansion in Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut Arrange mode as Chris, that is probably top tier classic RE difficulty to the max. That's when it ramps it up so effing high. It's really just not right. Ooh, yeah, I'm glad I got away from those. I feel like I take that shortcut where you get the dog collar from because I feel like it's easier to deal with than the balcony area where you get the blue gemstone. So I think I can just sprint my way through it as opposed with dealing with those hunters from up above that are pretty much blocking both sides of the... yes, there's some much needed shotgun shells. They're blocking both sides of the path from what I remember. I think on normal and hard, there's 2 of them in there. Wait a second. Let's grab these first before we do this. No, no. Don't you even. That's clutch. Oh, that makes me feel so much better. Yeah, so when the first live streams I did were last summer, and it was actually RE Director's Cut Jill, and then I did Arrange mode on Director's Cut with Chris. And when I got back to the mansion, I died a couple times, I'm not going to lie. It was not easy. Stare at me in the corner. This is how fast I run. See, despite how many cigarettes Chris smoked already, he's buzzing. All right, that takes care of this. Obviously, we want to go use the jewel down there and get that. And it'll be Yawn. All right, let's see how we can do this. Yes, Aaron, I am also excited for them to be added. I supported it when GOG put them on, because my whole idea was, hey, show them the love that they deserve, right? Support it. And I hope when they put them on PlayStation, it'd be amazing if they added trophy support. I don't think they will. Resident Evil Director's Cut doesn't have trophy support, but it would be awesome if they did. All right, let's do this stupid puzzle again. It's not stupid. It's just very finicky. So I apologize. I shouldn't say it's stupid. I'm going to probably trip myself up on this. We like doing that one about last. Like, that looked perfect. Oh. It's got to be so precise on this. There we go. Man, that makes my eyes want to just bleed. Like, it really does. Give me that brooch. I need the brooch. Oh, Baker's dozen. What is up, Baker's? Very finicky. What's up, Seabash? Almost to 30 like hype, I see. Really? Are we doing it, guys? Holy shit. Excuse my language, but yeah, let's go. If you haven't already hit that like button, let's get to 30 like hype. When are we going to bust out the custom bottle? That's the question. That is the serious, serious question. And boom. It changed into a key. The emblem key. All right, so from here, we are going to want to use this in the statue, and then, oops, and then we got Yawn's ass to deal with. Let's do this. Especially because that puzzle's done. I never want to do that puzzle for at least 2 months before I can revisit it. Oh, the custom bottle. Don't forget, guys, we have that bottle of Angel's Envy. I hope we can buy them from day one and that they don't make us wait a whole year to be able to purchase them. You know, I feel like I bought those way back on PlayStation 3. And I know even though I have that tier of PlayStation Plus, I get them for free, I think. But regardless, if I had that PlayStation Plus tier, you should, if you purchase them before and you're on PlayStation, I think they're free then. I don't know if anybody can confirm. I'm like 99% sure on that, which is huge. All right, we're going to do something really unhinged here. Because we have to. And this is going to be, I think this is going to be the move. We're actually going to stash that. Or no, should I grab that? Because we're going to need... Do I want to do that before Yawn? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we do. I think we do. Because that will open up both slots, I believe. And then we'll get rid of that key. Hopefully I don't fuck this up, but we'll see. I'm mentally trying to think about my inventory space and what I can and can't do here before the Yawn fight part 2. Because this is going to wake these guys up. Hey! Nope. Let's see if we did this right. So they changed it. At first, it wasn't like that. And then they changed it. And they're like, okay, you bought it before. Stupid MO disc. Fuck. That sucks. This handicaps us a little bit with our inventory. Trying to remember what all we get from that other room. You're still alive? This dude's just hanging out? I can't believe he's still there. So you'll see what we do here. We got a plan, damn it. We got a plan. Yeah, you know, PlayStation 6. I wish there were more dinosaur survival horror games. We have Paleophage that's going to come out, and that looks really good. And there's also Project Violet, and those both have dinosaurs in them, which is kind of crazy. PlayStation 6, I think it'll be 2027, but I think they're going to announce it next year. I think the PlayStation 5 generation was, I don't know. It might as well have just been a PlayStation 4 Pro, you know? I'm a big PlayStation guy. I haven't been impressed with this generation, with what's come out. But it is what it is. That's why we have backlogs, right? Because we have so much good shit. That's how my headcanon treats it. That's why we have all those games in our backlog, dude. Oh yeah, there is a Jurassic Park game. Yeah, I feel for you, Thomas. The Xbox got the shaft even more this generation than the PlayStation. I just feel like PlayStation has better exclusives usually. I have no dig on Xbox or anything like that.
Rebecca, is she upstairs?
Should we let her die? Dare we let Bex die and get the other ending? I really don't feel like going up there, guys. There's something else in there. Let's go see if we can get to her. I'll try it. We saved it. I'll try. I'll try for the stream. And I think she's in this room right up here to the right, if I remember correctly. Oh, fuck. Get out of my way. I have to save Rebecca. Blow your head off. Is she alive still? I think this is where she is. Haven't you been through enough, Bex? You stay there. Ouch.
Rebecca,
Chris!
you okay?
I didn't mean to get you worried.
Wow.
We can't stay here any longer.
Wow.
We have to get to the others and find a way out of here. You with me?
Yes.
Then I'll go ahead. Until then,
That was
Rebecca,
intense.
You're on your own. Stay cool and use your better judgment. Got it?
I can handle myself.
Good luck.
Time for bed. Appreciate you, HKA. You know I always hop on your stuff. I appreciate you being here. That means a lot to me. Hulk, smash that like button, por favor. Yes, please. Please, guys. You guys are awesome. We're just buzzing along. You know, I wish some of these console generations lasted like...
I didn't mean to get you worried.
You fucked up, kid. I didn't mean to get you worried. She sounds so serious. All right. Well, the fucked up thing is I'm over here now, right? This literally changes everything. Being over this way to save her. All right. Well, there's only one thing we can do here. That is hope for the best. Oh, no! Hope for the best! No! Get away from me. Bastard. That was like perfectly timed, wasn't it, guys? I don't want to go over there and do that because of where I'm going to end up. There are hunters literally everywhere. The new Jurassic Park movie looks okay. I don't know. I don't think I saw the last one. Dang. Well, we no longer have them to deal with. I would like my shotgun shells back, though, to be completely honest. Those two shoddy shells, they took them from me. Do I just roll the dice here? I wonder. But with this inventory, it sucks. Could do that. Could do that and then go. It's not the worst. I think that's the move. All right. Here we go. Wreck-It Jenny, I just saw you. So sorry. What do we got going on here? Seabash, how's it going? Hey, chat. What is up, Wreck-It Jenny? Maybe if they drop the price. Yeah, I mean, it would be cool if they dropped the price, but I don't see that happening. I mean, things are only getting more expensive, which is shit to say. And it would be nice to catch a break in that regard. Oh, we did so much better with this before. Jesus Christ. That really sucks. This could be really bad. So minus the healing, not a horrible scenario that we find ourselves in here. I think we have those up there. Do that. Come through, go down. And then that's going to put us over here, which is close. All right, let's do it. Yeah, it's way too hot here, Thomas. I'll tell you that much. It is way too hot. Ah, a neighboring border state. Here we go. 90 miles from Canada. Very nice. I need to revisit Canada. I've been once before. I need to go back. Uh-oh. We did it. We actually did it. You guys made it happen. We got 30 like hype. Well, dang. I'm going to finish this tequila because you guys are awesome. So cheers to y'all. Very good. And I'm going to need that because dare I save again before doing what I'm about to do? What's our ink situation? This is a lot of saving. Yeah, we'll do it just in case because I'm going to push this to the limit with what I'm about to do. So I think we only saved 10 or 11 times as Jill. Obviously, we're in a whole different scenario here with this nonsense. Because you know, the Chris run is like the hard mode. And then you can play hard mode, and play as Chris on hard mode. And then you can take it to the next level and play Extreme Survivor. All right, so let's dump these off. Let's go do some unhinged behavior. He tried to one-shot my ass. Fuck you, bro. Nice try. Not up in here. Okay. Now that we survived that, we need to go up and right. How about that? Well, I'll be. Currently, where I am, it's 91 degrees. And it's not right. That is not cool. It's not good. I got everything to keep myself cool, though. So, yeah, I like the heat as well, but not the humidity. And this is brutally humid outside. You know, if you've been anywhere that has dry heat, it's actually enjoyable. You know, or if I'm going to have this level of humidity, I better be near a beach or by a pool. Oh, yawn. You know what? Dang, is it the move to actually use the defense pistol on Yawn? Oh, shit. That would save me so much ammo. Well, let's see how this goes. Mr. Wayne, have you ever used the defense pistol on Yawn? Hello? Oh my God! Where are you going, you worm? Uh-huh. Gotta be extra. The shotgun here. Which way you coming, you bastard? Left or right? Whoa! Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. That was dangerous. Danger zone, baby. Come on, you gotta be close. You gotta be close to death. For the first time. Oh, God. Hell no. We don't want to be chased. I wish I could just take one of these grenades and lob it at his ass. Getting dizzy. Greedy. I got greedy. Ooh. Good fight. Good fight. Nice. That ate up so many shotgun shells. We did not really take any damage from him. Not a single hit this time. So that's great. Man. That was a flawless victory. I'll take it, honestly. That was a lot. So we fought him with the grenade launcher as Jill, and that's much easier to wield, in my opinion, than the shotgun with those angles. Because I pulled out the shotgun a couple times as Jill, and I missed. And that was sad. All right, so Yawn is now toast. Bastard. Wow, that was good. That was actually, I got to catch my breath for a second. That was nice. Our ammo situation is not so nice. So now we're going to come back through, right? Grenade launcher is OP. It's so nice to have, though. Like, I wish it was an option for Chris. They're like, no, just blaze through all your Magnum ammo. It's like, oh, yeah, sure. Let me do that, too. Well, we got our 3 green herbs back that we basically had to use. So there is that. You have to be shitting me with this guy. He's really going to try to come after me now. I don't have shotgun shells to waste on his ass. Can't be doing that. You do get a flamethrower later. Yeah, you do. There we go. That's what I wanted. So that's right. We got to come up the goddamn elevator. There are 2. I thought there were 2. Let's go back through here. We're going to take the crow steps down. It's going to be the move. Let him be reset so I can run right by him. And then we need to come out and go left. Man, you really got to know the way around this map to try to not get too jammed up when these hunters return to the mansion. Well, when these hunters are here and you return to the mansion, I should say, because their asses weren't here at all before. So that was safe. Too bad Kenneth Solvent doesn't get up. Nope. No time for you, you bastard. Yes, I love air conditioning. What the hell? I don't remember. Where is that at? Yeah, air conditioning is clutch. For sure. All right. I am actually going to take a quick pause for the cause. Give me 1 second, fam. I'm going to freshen up this drink, use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, and we are back. Hopefully that didn't take too long. Wow, look at this chat. What are you guys saying now? I love the chatter. Are we still talking about AC? It's been raining for days. Hold off on buying anything so I can save up for AC. Definitely a smart move. Yeah, comfort is everything. Don't forget, all the games will be there. That you can enjoy them in the air conditioning. Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Thank you, everybody that's here. As I always let you guys know how much I appreciate you being a part of this. Because it's what makes doing this fun, is interacting with all of you. So, thank you all so, so much. I could just send this text out. And here we go. So I came down here thinking we could use the elevator, but then I remembered there's no power yet. So then I remembered what we need to do is... Where is that little shitter of a room? Yes, second floor. We have to go back to the damn second floor. So. Oh, God. Why? Oh, I should have put a knife in my hand. Damn it. Does that blow up on its own? Yeah, it does. That was awesome. All right, whatever. If I have to reload this before Yawn, I will do it. If I end up being that handcuffed by munitions. But I think we're going to be okay. I hate to use a grenade on that. That's just stupid. Especially when we had 3 knives. And I think that hunter bust out of the door. So that's also fucked. Nope. You keep knocking. See, I didn't remember if those triggered on their own. My brother's trying to call me. I'm live. Just get on the live stream and talk to me. Ask me whatever you want to ask me on here. All right, so I think what we'll do... This is going to be unhinged. I'm going to gun it. I'm going to jet. We at least killed all those goddamn crimson heads up here, right? So we can make the U cut out. There's going to be a hunter lurking. Well, let's see what we can do. So no crimsons to deal with here anymore. We had 2. Remember we left 2 from back when we were going to come back and fight Yawn the first time. Let's see if I can cheese this. I was about to get swiped there. We cut into here. Can I get around? Yep. Perfect. We played that absolutely perfectly, guys. That makes me so damn happy. Very well played. Let's warm up by the fire for a second. The only thing is we have this goddamn wolf metal on us, but we can free up inventory spaces by combining herbs and or using them. And there we go. And we're done with that key. So that is so clutch. Let's go! I am fired up. Raise the glasses. Drinks to the masses. And yay, we love this part. Can you imagine if I would have died right there? You guys would have been like, what's this guy's deal anyway? Yep. This is how Chris got so strong. It was pushing these damn statues. And then that led to his steroid abuse. Jen, what is up? Thank you so much. Stopping by to say hi and drop a like. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. That's very nice. This game's very cinematic. Yeah, it really is. That's one of the things you get from fixed camera angles is you get to set up all these frames the way you want them to look, like the director. You guys are awesome. See, I know my folks on stream, you guys that jump on here, you're such a good group. People talk about it in the chat. They talk about it in the comments section. Linda, who jumped on one of the prior live streams, had something really nice to say. And just let it be known that all you guys are so nice to talk to. And I think that's huge for anyone to be able to get on these and not have a bunch of negativity and bullshit, because we deal with enough of that in the world as it is. So let's make this a fun space to be, where you can chat with your fellow friends. Yeah. Yeah, here's this. Just what you needed. Want that crap. Here we go. Who wants to jump down a hole? Thanks for hanging out for a bit. That means the world to me. Aaron wants to know, Jen, what your favorite Resident Evil game is. Well, this is going to be epic. We're going to have both medals on us. I was so worried today on my way home from work. Traffic was so bad. I just noticed this for the first time. The actual page is folded over in the corner. Do you guys see that? How the page is folded over in the corner? That is really cool. Is there a special way to use it? We obviously read all the files last run, so I'm just powering through this time in lieu of being in time constraints as well. So we'll see how we do with this. That's right, we have to turn on the goddamn power. I tried to move so fast because I thought we were about to get hit with the goddamn poison. Is that Solid Snake in the box? Lies the discarded shell of a molting spider. How about that? No way. No way. No! I can't believe we did it. I am so thankful. I'm going to see the replay of myself right now. Hold on. I want to see my face. Oh, that's just an honest reaction. That's all that is. Oh, perfect. This is absolutely perfect right here. We have our knives selected. Yep. Oh my god, no way. Oh my goodness. We were on one there. No. We had to come back here. Yes. That's what I wanted. Handgun magazine. Whatever. At least no poison, 100%. What was Jen's answer? Village. Very interesting. I love that. I love when I see random takes on favorites. I think sometimes people just pick what they think the sexiest answer is. Just be honest. All right, so this is going to jam us up inventory-wise. We can combine this to free up a slot, which we will do. Let's go up here. We know we got the battery. I think more herbage. We care most about the ammo, though. You know? That's what we want. We want the ammo. I was one step ahead. I forgot about the basement part you have to do, where normally you fight Yawn up there in the original. So get that power on. This guy's legit gonna make me kill him. I wish you could unlock that and create that shortcut. Just enough ammunition to get the job done. I enjoyed Village. I'll be honest with you. All right, so all the shotgun shells and the battery. You already know where my head's at. I'll make a special trip for that fucking nonsense. Or I could be a real asshole and use this healing item. Just say F it. And make my way outside. I'm still going to need an item box because I'm still going to need to get the crank. And I'd rather risk it going through there. All right, we're going to do something wild here. This is going to be our move. Let's see if I can do it. Can I pull it off? This is just for the completionist in me to unlock that door. But we're actually going to take the elevator and head back down. Make our way through the dining room. Stupid crank. That crank just jams us all up. And what was over here? Oh, man, we're going to want that shit, too. That's big. little cleanup before we then leave the mansion for good. I'm enjoying this. I hope everybody is as well. And you gotta love that this damn elevator, guess where it doesn't stop? On the first floor. So this is going to determine our course of action here. Nope. 2 greens and a red. You guys are getting the deep Resident Evil talk on there. I love that. So for me personally, my favorite of all time, and I don't even think it's like the best one of all time, would probably be Resident Evil 2. Love OG RE3. And I love OG RE1. Like, the original trilogy I like a lot. Resident Evil 5 is the most fun co-op game I've ever played in my life. Not my favorite Resident Evil game, but favorite co-op game for sure. Do I want to waste time? Because I'm going to free up 2 slots putting these away. And then we'll get rid of the battery. And that will free that up. What else was in here? What did I leave in here? Is it a file? Oh. Flash and sound assault hand grenade. Yes! Give me that. There's still something in here. Oh. Thank you. Oh my gosh. That's like the best thing we've found in a while. That makes me so happy, guys. Holy hell. All right, now for the tricky nonsense that we have to go do. Which I really don't want to go deal with. But it is what it is. And we're going to make it happen. So here we go. I know, man. Our shotgun shell inventory was trash. Let's go. Now I feel comfortable enough that we should save it again. So we did leave. We did leave that red and green up top. But honestly, our healing situation isn't bad. So what we'll do, we'll save it here. We'll bring our crank. So many saves in the Chris run. It's disgusting. I don't save like this. This is not the way I play. But we're dealing with it right now. That's for damn sure. Please bring back Wesker. Well, Justin Gonzalez had a good theory about who it was going to be and who the person in the hood was. And I ran with that theory, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'll be honest. Yeah, I've heard about the Oswald Spencer, about it being like a clone and that whole thing. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, you dick. Oh, somebody fixed the doorknob all of a sudden. I think the hunter fixed it. So I think we can all agree, though, that whoever the hooded person is and whoever the character that's sitting in the chair with the leather jacket on and the gloves staring at the fire, they're two different people. Can we agree on that? Go to PG game to play once in a while. Oh, there aren't many. I'll be like on my, if I'm on my handheld, it might be Crash Team Racing or just Crash Bandicoot. I really liked Astrobot. I didn't get the new one, but I did platinum like the original one that came with the PS5. That was a lot of fun. It's probably my like most current game of that ilk that I played and really liked. Oh, god damn it. We didn't bring blue herbs. We didn't even think about these stupid ass snakes. Come on. Clean run. A clean run. Yes. Screw them. Oh, Aaron's out. Yep. Thank you so much for being here, Aaron. Appreciate you. Thanks for chatting. I mean, there's some options, right? You know, I would appreciate if they actually tied up a loose end at some point and said, like, here, it's Alex Wesker, you know, as Natalia. Something like that. Because there's some loose ends that they need to clean up in the game. Let's be perfectly honest. Now, I'm going to do something very unhinged. We're just doing it. We're doing it because it needs to get done. There's no way that hooded guy is going to be Leon. I feel like Leon's their like most popular character they got right now. Can I do it again? I just need to do that one more time, and we're safe. Good on all this. We'll keep that just in case, because that's a red, green, blue. You are such a jerk. Let me see what's being said here. All right, you're going to dip out, but you're going to stop back in. All right, Jen. Thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. Capcom did say that the original Resident Evil games and the remakes are canon, so I don't know what to believe. Here's what I will say about all that, okay? They're trying to tie things together, and that's what the remakes were supposed to do, you know? Tie that shit back together, which is cool. And you kind of got to think about some of the things they did in the remakes and how that's going to tie into the future installments. So I do believe we're going to get some nice callbacks to some stuff. And the latest thing, and I posted this on the channel's Instagram on the story today, is it was reported that this Resident Evil 9 will also help explain some of the shit that went on with the outbreak in Raccoon City. Can they chase me down here? So it'll actually be really cool to get some additional... Look at them running right by the walkway, the opening. You can't come down here, can you? No, no, no. Oh, I was going to grab the defense pistol to kill Black Tiger with. Shit. Ugh. Oh, wait. I think they put a box down here now, didn't they? They did. That's right. This is so nice. So I didn't even have to run back for that that crank. I basically ran back to get hit by the damn hunter. Well, that's dumb. You know, I saw somebody say, what if the one, like, lurking enemy that you saw kind of in the trailer, not the hooded one, it was like a longer figure that kind of comes from the ceiling and down the wall. They're trying. Somebody was saying, like, what if that was Lisa? What if that was Lisa Trevor? I was like, that's interesting. That's an interesting thought. If she survived the bombing and then further mutated, that could be cool. Justin Gonzalez, I mean, you were the one out here talking about what if the hooded figure was Nikolai? You know? We discussed that for a bit, you and I. Yeah, so I when I ran all the way back and dumped off the crank, I didn't need to do that. Should we punch it? Should Chris punch the boulder? You know he wants to. Well, she kind of like jumped down like an abyss, and we know she's pretty much like indestructible. So that can stay there. We got handgun magazine. And is there another handgun magazine here? What is that? We'll take it for the fuck of it. Because we're gonna come back through here. We're gonna have to use that anyway. We're gonna grab the other crank. The box is right there. That's fine. We just gotta be careful because this in his section definitely is extra. Everybody's a suspect right now. That's what's going on in the chat. It could be anybody. Enrico?
Enrico?
Don't come any closer, Chris.
What happened?
He's like, RE0 happened.
Double crosser.
Enrico, wait. Enrico!
Umbrella.
Enrico! Double crosser.
Double crosser? Who? Who could they possibly be talking about? He's down. My poor buddy. Who could it be? Oh yeah, he does. That's right. In Umbrella Chronicles. Good call. You know what? We're gonna play that on the channel as well. That's coming. I hate you. You are not invited to my birthday party. Sneaky sneak. Okay. Get spicy here. You guys already know. Nope. No, no, no. I'm not playing that game. They're fun. I finally got the Wii connected a couple months ago. It had been my one, the optical drive died, so that was sad. And then the other one was at my mom's, and I was like, I'm gonna have to bring it back. I'm sorry, I need it for the channel. Oh, come on. Didn't I do that as Jill as well? Like the exact same situation? Yeah, there is. That's actually a really cool scenario. Because, like, Yawn plays such a big part in it. Alright, don't things get, like, utterly silly here? I think this is when it goes off the rails a little bit. I'm gonna have to crack a beer. Here's our flamethrower. Hey, what's that? This is probably why he ended up hitting boulders in the first place, because he had a flashback. Like, let's be completely honest. Yeah, nice moves. Luckily, he's got those knee pads on. That would hurt. Yeah, this is awesome. Hell yeah. Now I got the flamethrower. Fuck you, Barry. And here's our buddy. Burn, you bastard. Oh, that was it? I just have to put this one out of its misery. I already started juicing it. Get me the fuck out of here. No way. Well, you get to play as Barry in Revelations 2. You get to play him in the Mercenaries United. I believe that's what the one's called on the latest RE5. Give me that map. Thank God. Think about, in this area, they make you get a knife. They make you get another crank. Like, it's ridiculous. And now, because of our items, right, we're just totally full. We have to go back to the box. We have to. It doesn't even matter. We got to run all the way back to deposit all this shit. But we still got to keep the crank on us. We're going to get rid of the flamethrower, obviously, so that's no big deal. But they really get you here and make you backtrack. Thank God they put an item box down here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I forgot about that. You had to get me again. See you, Mr. Wayne. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate you. Everyone that's been here and that has had to leave, no worries. We totally get it. I think that's going to be our play. We still have the crank. Fucking caution. Unbelievable. And then you have to pick the flamethrower back up, which is special. And I think then we have to go all the way back through there as well once we do this part. So extra. So here's what happens with Chris Redfield, okay? He ends up getting tossed around in Code Veronica by Wesker. So then after that, he's like, Wesker's still alive. He's got to be still out there. I got to get jacked for our next encounter. So then he got into steroids. became the Chris Redfield we know in Resident Evil 5, and then went toe-to-toe with Wesker. I'm telling you, man. Thomas, that's the way it works in my head. Oh, yeah. Break that shit. I'll take it. Not a first aid spray. Come on. We don't use those. This is not the way. Jill is pretty strong. I really want to see Jill make a comeback, especially after Death Island and Resident Evil 3 Remake. Like with her character model and everything, it's like, you have the assets, let's just keep it going. Like Nick Apostolides, who does the voice for Leon. It's like, so you used them for 2, you used them for 4. Is he also in 9? You know? Maybe. That would be something. A couple of them are really good. A couple of them I don't really care for, but that's just personal preference. So I think we did not. We might have to push this out again. I think I made it go too close to the wall. I didn't do that in Jill's run. I think I pushed it one spot too much. Let's push this shit back out. There we go. That's what we needed. The latest one, Death Island, is pretty cool. The villain in that, they set up fairly well. Who has ties to the Raccoon City incident, but from the Umbrella side of things, which is pretty cool. They've really done a good job setting up like the world of Resident Evil. I do feel that way. And there's so many more stories they can tell, honestly. There's like so many more stories they can tell. But it is nice to hear like some of the stuff they're going to do to kind of fix a little bit of the canon and to elaborate more on it. I love that. All right, so let's get this power working. Let's get that shit humming. Yeah, we are going to need this dumb shit, too. Thank God we have the inventory space. So yeah, that flamethrower basically acts as a key for you to access these other areas. So it's a little annoying. But there's a lot of that going on with Chris's scenario, where there's a lot of backtracking and, you know, the way your inventory's set up. It's all you can really do. Yes. Wow, we barely made that, but we did succeed in not getting hit there. So huge. So from there, we'll grab that. Activate that and then go down. So I think, for now anyway, the CG movies, they do get a little over the top. Oh, come on. Not have that happen. Four, two, three, one. Here we go. Now we got an elevator ride to go on. Absolutely, baby. Down we go. And that is it for the tequila. Tequila is out. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to... I'm going to crack this beer. Yes. And I'm going to run the bathroom one more time. And I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. See, I told you guys that wouldn't take too long, right? So shout out to Von Lou Brewing, baby. We are enjoying their Perk Hazy. It's actually a green can, so it probably looks like it's floating, right? Look at the beauty of the green screen. We have a floaty can. Woo! That is Von Lou Brewing. Love it. So I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you, everybody that's here. Thank you, everybody that's hanging out. Some Resident Evil 1 Remake. Boom, bam. We were playing on the PlayStation 5, but this is the PS4 version, obviously. So, it's funny when you're down here and you got Barry with you and with Jill. You know? Feels safer. We're on caution. We do not want to get hit in the face by Lisa Trevor. That's for sure. Just making sure there's nothing down here when you're Chris, because we know how those things switch up a little bit, right? Nada. All right, let's keep this moving. This could be life or death, so let's just have that on us. That's our insurance policy right now. So I'm fine with that. Because we're going to Lisa Land. Who doesn't want to go to Lisa Land? I don't want to go to Lisa Land. I don't want to hang out with her. She's the worst. She does not know how to share. And there she be. Causing a ruckus. We needed that. We were due for another red-green mix. Oh, hey. I want to tell her if she doesn't have anything nice to say, she shouldn't say anything at all. We're not playing that game. No way. Very nice. We're cleaning house, damn it. Go ahead and send this out. Then we can use the compactor. Yes, we can. Start it up. Now we'll double back. Oh, that's nice. Just what I wanted. What an asshole. Well, she basically forced our hand to use the herb. So it is what it is. She's not a nice person, okay? All the handgun ammo. Our Magnum rounds are looking decent now. 18 Magnum rounds. I kind of do want to grab that. To have it. If I come through. Do that. You just combine it. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. 34 likes. Appreciate everybody so much that's here. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Shoot me a sub. Much appreciated. We're on PlayStation 5 playing Resident Evil 1 Remake on our Resident Evil Archive series on the channel. We've been playing through every Resident Evil game in order of release, and we are currently at the point in which RE1 Remake. We finished up 0 on our last Resident Evil title, and we had done Dead Aim before that. And that was actually my first time ever playing Resident Evil Dead Aim, which was crazy. I enjoyed it, though. There's actually some things in that game that I can see were utilized for Resident Evil 4. You know, I think the perspective of that game was very RE4 inspired. Or inspired RE4, excuse me. Obviously not the first person shooting when you switch over, but the overall angle. So use this to unlock the door. We got to pull the lever first. And then we'll be grabbing that object, which we can combine with the other metal object. And then we'll have the 2 umbrella crests once we return to the mansion. And we get to hang out with our girl one more time. Yes, indeed. That's where we need to be. So we need to be in that little oval part right there, which is basically south. South on the oval. So we kind of got to lure her to chase us. She honestly just wants friends. So you got to ask yourself, would I be her friend? This area, it's very easy to get turned around here. See? I just did it. What a waste. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and let that come back before we reactivate the lever. Oh, you bitch. She had to be there, didn't she? I couldn't see her from the angle. That sucks. Shut up. Boom. Get me out of here. That'll do it. You know those snakes love me. Another jewelry box. Hell yeah. Look at the snakes in the water. That's so messed up. What do we have up here? Green and blues? Green and blues. Toast. We are done with this whole area, guys. How about that? Now let's go wrap up that damn mansion, right? Let's get the hell out of there. Couldn't ask to be in a better place, honestly. Look where we are. At least we didn't get poisoned. We had that going for us. He could very well be in the new game. I'm not going to say I would be surprised if they put him in it. But I think he was just in Village, and I think that they're going to probably take a break from him in Resident Evil 9. That's my guess. I could be totally wrong, obviously. I do like the idea of the way Resident Evil Village wrapped, with basically him finding out that they're using bioweapon soldiers, the BSAA. And then, you know, he was obviously really pissed off about that. So the idea of him taking the fight to the BSAA, I was always hoping for that storyline in Resident Evil 9. And obviously they're telling a different story, but considering the scope of Resident Evil 9, I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see a larger presence of some loose ends that are going to get tied up in it. I really think so. I'm not even going to fuck around with this guy. But we do know Chris is alive. He's alive and well. You know, he's alive and well all the way through Shadows of Rose. So there is that. My thing I often think about with these Resident Evil Legacy characters is, you know, at what age do you finally hang it up and you're like, how many disasters do I have to survive before I'm allowed to just rest on my laurels, you know? I do think there is some of that in Resident Evil fandom, you know, where you would want these characters to kind of, as much as we love seeing them and having them around, be able to be like, okay, you guys are, you're retired. Enjoy your retirement. And that's why they do need to get these other characters, like, rolling. They created Ethan and never even showed Ethan's face for obvious reasons with the VR and it being, you know, then kind of in a first person / third person. But, you know, Ethan technically was dead halfway into Resident Evil 7. And then they finished him off, spoiler alert, in Resident Evil 8. But, you know, he wasn't meant to be a lasting character. He had two good games where he got to shine, which is cool. But I'm telling you, I would really like it to be either Leon or Jill. And for various reasons. I mean, it could be both of them for all I care. I mean, I would take both of them to make a return. That would be amazing. My big thing about any of that is just the simple fact that, well, Leon hasn't been in a game since Resident Evil 6. They obviously just did Resident Evil 4 Remake with him, but that takes place further back. And Jill hasn't really been in anything since Resident Evil 5, despite her being in Resident Evil 3 Remake. Oh, hey. What are we having for dinner tonight? So, Lynn's is supposed to be making some fish tonight. We usually eat like salmon or Arctic char or some sort of fish at least once a week. Okay, I love me some fish. I think we are going to save it here. Just keep playing this the way we are. This has been solid thus far. Let's try to do this without taking any damage. I'm probably going to jinx myself right now by saying that, but let's see if we can do it. See, this is when I know I'm back on my remake vibe, by knowing like the items that have, even when I was returning to the mansion, to know shortest path. Let's go straight down here. Let's get it done, baby. Something cold for dinner. Well, I'm having a beer now. That is the hors d'oeuvres, the appetizer. It's been great though. We've actually been buzzing along here. I had one little moment where I forgot about pushing the statue and dealing with that part. But other than that, we've been motoring along. Even when things were looking a little tight. At one point, we were down with the spiders, and we only had 3 shotgun shells in the basement. So, we got through all that nonsense, didn't we? That's all you can ask for. You already know, baby. You already know where we at. Here we go. Chris, you want to go down the ladder or no? He's like, fuck that. Hey, I get it.
You're a bit of a mess up. Chris, take a piece of the action.
I'm like, I'm good, dude. Shit. Come on. Can we do it? Yep. She's coming, but I think we got her. Yes, we did. Just quick enough, guys. Just quick enough. Where's Mommy's head? There she is. All right, bye-bye. See ya. And Justin, that's how she lives. She goes all the way down there. She's good. She finds her way back out in Raccoon City. I mean, that's too funny. Where's Wesker at? Wesker, what do you have to say to yourself?
I'll investigate this area a little further.
You know he wants that sample of Lisa. You know damn well. He's like, dang it. I thought we were going to kill her. I didn't want her to fall off. You know Wesker's always got a motive, baby. When they remake Resident Evil 5, he's not going to die at the end. They're going to retcon that whole death. Like, we're not killing off Wesker. He's like our guy. He's the villain. I already read that. Drop it on in. How old was Lisa when she got infected? So, I want to say she was probably a preteen. One of these pretty much states it. So in 67, she was infected. So I would guess she was probably... I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But I would say probably anywhere from 7 to 12. We need to get on the Resi Wiki for that. And here we go. Guess where we're going now, guys? You're not going to believe it, but we are heading towards EOG. We are going down to Goblin Town. No, just kidding. We're going down to Umbrella Town. That's where we're going. Oh, shit. Here it goes. Let's get the hype going, baby. I'm feeling the hype. I'm feeling the love. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate you. You're a good audience. Let's keep this thing going. We always got to look at the caution sign. I'll give you an emergency. You bastards. There's literally ink ribbons at your foot, genius. All right, let's have some fun. I always like getting to this area for one major reason. You pretty much go through the area of retreading the mansion, doing that underground, and coming back to the mansion, and it's like Hunter Alley. And it's so frustrating. It's so hard. And you just got to power through. And then you get to this point, and you're like, oh, let's get nasty with it. So we're going to go ahead and get some kills in. Get some burns in. We're going to feel the burn. Let's let this handgun bark, baby. Let's let this Kendo gun shop customized S.T.A.R.S Samurai Edge bark, baby. Let's do it. Okay. Thomas looked it up. Thomas Sweeney says she was 14. That's some shit. Ooh, let's go. Headshots, baby. We love the headies. Oh, hey. Over here. Perfect. All right, let's see. Can we finally... Now, I already have this trophy, but can we actually get a double burn here? Let's position him right in the middle. Triple burn. How about that? Was that a double? Yes. Hell yeah. We got a critical headshot and we got a double burn. Finally. Let's reload that shit. Let's make some inventory space. I always like getting those zombies taken care of right in the beginning here. It's kind of like you're excited to see zombies again because you haven't really had to deal with any for a while. It's been all hunters or spiders, which is really not cool, man. It's not cool at all. We deserve better. Well, we can actually refill that. Put those away for now. 2 item slots. Grab that green herb. Grab that MO disc. Well, the MO can stay. Or no, we need that because we got... Let's do that. Sorry, I'm doing the mental run in my head where I'm going. Yeah, we'll take that shit. Goddamn right we will. So the lore is basically, from what I remember, they kind of force their way back in to right their reputation and become Blue Umbrella then. That whole thing, too. Like, there's the Blue Umbrella. There's the connections, which is a whole nother thing that you have to deal with. They have these, like, shady organizations within the Resident Evil universe. And it's like... they haven't gone back to it, you know? Let's go to John and Ada file. And I'm sorry for anybody that's watching these and doesn't have this stuff memorized. And I'm even doing this just because I have a problem. If Mr. Wayne was here, he'd be loving this because I'm just grabbing this shit and getting it done and putting it in the correct order. So basically that puzzle, when you do the x-rays in order alphabetically, you end up getting the organ that is highlighted and it spells out cell. So we got lungs, we got liver, we got esophagus, and we got colon. So the original password was mole, M-O-L-E, in Resident Evil 1. And in the remake, they have you do that, and it spells out cell. And that's a little switcheroo. Because you know they wanted to fuck with you. They're like, no. It's not going to be what you're used to it being. We got to switch it up. can't. We can pick that up in a minute. We got to unlock this because we got to go into that room. We'll have some Chimera coming after us, but we're going to see how quickly we can get by without dealing with that shit. Yes! Gimme. That's huge, guys. Huge. And it is the lone item that is here. That's where we have to go. Power room. Power room. And we go. Yeah, I'm actually excited to getting to Resident Evil 7 and 8 when I get there because those are ones that I haven't played a whole hell of a lot. I've only done one run of Resident Evil 8. I started my hard mode run, and I actually had to do hard mode run the beginning to get the... this is so damn funny. I had to do it in order to get the recording for my save room video with all the different safe room themes from Resident Evil. So I had to play hard mode in Resident Evil 8 because I started a new game and I started on hard, and that was the only save file I had, and I had to get it to the point where you get to your first typewriter. So I had to buzz through the beginning of the game on hard, and when you have the Lycan attack in the beginning, when you're in the village and they're just throwing them at you, it was intense, to say the least. Where's my H? This isn't how a keyboard looks. I would love to finish this today, and then we could start something new on Thursday. Can I do it? Somebody delay Lynn's. Don't let her get back here. She can't get back this fast. So there's Cell. That'll unlock that. I do love the little 3D outline down there. That's awesome. We'll get that unlocked as well. Close it. Window L. Get your lock screen up, Chris. You got to be safe. Don't be an asshole. Hell yeah, give me that. Another first aid. Wow. This room, though, is awesome. Cadavers are frozen, wrapped in body bags, guys. Imagine that shit. That is one major headache, LOL. Yes. Yes, indeed. All right, so here's our move. We're going to get rid of this MO disc. We're going to go to the basement 2 here. Or no, it's basement 3, right? Let's go get this done. What about in the director's cut when these naked zombies just keep populating down here? The good news is on this save file, I think the only Chris run I did was when you don't save anybody because it was a trophy. So I had to do that. Oh, fuck. I didn't even see you were there, you son of a bitch. Naked zombie. I was just talking about naked zombies. No need to waste shotgun shells on your ass. We have plenty of handgun ammo to burn, though. Gimme. Yeah, we're actually doing really well here. Gotta love effects. You know, that's the other cool thing about these games is when they take place it's cool to think about a scenario like this where you take away the technology, take away the cell phones and all the other bullshit, and put people in this situation and just watch it go sideways. I'll probably do professional on that when we get there. I sadly started my professional speed runs so I could get the platinum on that, and then I didn't pick it back up. And after not playing it for so long, I feel like I won't be able to really beat it in the time I want to beat it in, because it's been so long since I played it. All right, so there's our first code, and there's our Nintendo GameCube giving us the code, right? You gotta love that. All right, we'll come back for that crap. We'll get this. We'll go back since we unlocked that door. And let's keep this thing moving, guys. Let's get the hype going. We are over the century mark in views, which is awesome. That's always nice. I appreciate the new subscribers and everyone that's here, man. We got to keep this thing going. The channel has been growing steadily, and you guys are the reason for that. You make this fun to do, so I thank all of you that continue to hop on the live streams and check out some of the other content on the channel. So very, very nice. Cheers to y'all for being there for me. And Justin Gonzalez, when you finally pull the trigger on Alien Fireteam Elite, we're going to play that shit together. Let's be smart about this now. Oh my God, we have Albert Wesker on. Oh no, we were just talking about you and how much we missed you, and we wish that you didn't perish in Resident Evil 5, but I think they're going to retcon that when we get the remake. I can neither confirm or deny, but Albert Wesker is here. This is amazing. We are dialed in right now. I love this. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can afford to you. I believe that's the line. If anyone has any questions for Albert Wesker, now is the time to ask. I am like starstruck right now. Well, naturally, it's spoilers. What is everyone's favorite character model of Wesker? Is it Resident Evil 1 Remake? Is it Resident Evil 5? Is it Code Veronica? Is it OG? What are your favorite versions of Wesker? So we're going to do this since Wesker's here. And Wesker, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Appreciate you being here. I would love to have you on all the Resident Evil live streams. So let's look at the film without the overlay. Umbrella, Bioorganic Weapon Official Report. We got the MA-39 Cerberus, the F-103 Neptune. Smoked your ass. Literally smoked your ass. The MA-121 Hunter. And there it is. T-002 Tyrant. Don't worry, there's no rush in buying it. Thomas Sweeney says the best version, his favorite version of Albert Wesker was Resident Evil 5. Okay, so here's that. $8462, baby. Oh, nice. Got shotgun shells over there. We have room. Boom. actually, I'm a good guy now. I can just hear the Resi 5 voice actor saying these lines that Wesker's putting into the chat. I love this. There's our key. So what we'll probably do here is we're going to dump off the handgun and the handgun ammo. We'll take the key. Let's watch Kenneth Sullivan. Poor Kenneth Sullivan.
Get away from me! No! Hey! No!
And that was the end of him. And poor Kenneth Sullivan, he's like a really smart dude. It's sad that he went out that way. But shout out to Wesker for being on the good side now. So let's dump some shit off. We'll clear up the inventory. Grab that other ammo. Let's make some moves here. We wanted to get cute with the handgun for a little bit because we could. We should have just left the shoddy in the inventory, you know? Oh well. We're finally swimming in shotgun ammo. Use that key. You know what? I don't think we need this canteen for a minute. And it's full, so that can stay as well. We are quickly approaching EOG, guys. So raise a glass. Lift up your favorite drink. And let's get ready. Sheva's one of those characters I would totally welcome back. I always liked Sheva. It's funny because, you know, I was playing that initially with my brother and doing a run where I was Chris, and then when we finally beat it, I was like, oh, switch and I'll be Sheva. And he's like, oh, thank God. And I was like, well, to be fair, I mean, it was cool being able to play as Chris and then being able to play as Sheva. And I feel like a lot of those Resident Evil side characters, right? They're not the legacy characters. They should bring them back in some respect. I mean, even if it's a Revelations game, like who wouldn't want to see some of those characters in a Revelations game? You know, that'd be cool. Or bring them back in a main title. I also think that, in all seriousness, I think that you could make an entire game of mercenaries, right? With all these different characters, all the different maps that you could come up with. I mean, think about it. That'd be awesome. You could have it span the entire series with all the different BOWs and enemy types. Hell yeah. So we know we got to come back from the other side in order to access what we can't see off to the side. Oh, that's nice. Oh, what a kill. What a kill. You kind of got to be quick in here because they just keep coming. Because I think this room, is this room clear? Yeah, there's like nothing in here. But yeah, I will say on some of those games, it's like you created a character, right, to have as a second playable character or a backup character. You know, we've had it from Carlos to Sheva. I mean, RE6 is a whole slew of those characters. And they killed Pierce, and Pierce was probably one of the best side characters they made. People love Pierce. I'll try to do this really quick. And does that clear this out? It does. Perfect. This doesn't really matter. I can't remember if this is locked or not. Yeah, that's right. It's rusted. But yeah, there's a number of those side characters that I would welcome back. I mean, I don't really care about Jake Mueller. I don't really care about Helena Harper. Pierce would have been cool. It felt like they were setting him up to be the future Chris Redfield, but then they killed him off at the end of RE6. Yeah, it's odd. Some of the decisions that went into those games. There you go. There's those headies. We love those headshots, baby. Is this going to be my last zombie kill of the game? We're going to have to burn you. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. That's a good comment. So I will tell you the DLC for the game, the Contagion DLC, is totally worth getting. I would recommend you, if there's a version that comes with that, I would recommend you buying it. Because I did buy that DLC, and my buddy who I play that game with, he's my coworker. We haven't played it in a minute, but he was going to buy that DLC, and we're going to run it as a fire team. The game's good. I mean, the game is kind of similar length to Operation Raccoon City, but there's so many different character classes that you can upgrade. So that's a lot of fun. We really did a good job with our healing items in this game. Okay, so where we are right now, we know where we're going to go. We have that last MO disc to deal with. Let's save it. Let's kill a bunch of Chimera, right? Lab Lounge. This is a good spot to be in. Guys, we're at like EOG. We got to deal with this area. We got to deal with the fuel. We got to deal with 2 Tyrant fights, and we're fucking on a helicopter. Peacing out, baby. So let's get the hype in the chat. Let's get the hype in the chat for this. This is great. Oh, I guess you have to burn the naked zombies. Maybe they can't turn. That's interesting. I would not have thought that. We're going to do one more thing before we advance. Because I'm going to bring this out as well. Because we haven't even fired it yet. And I feel like we have a shit ton of ammo for it. 30 fucking rounds on the Magnum. That's amazing. We haven't let the Magnum bark once, and we have 30 rounds for it. All right, let's go deal with these assholes. Yeah, I read it. I read it. Mm-hmm. I don't like that angle. Ah! You bastard. I'm doing a loop just for you guys. You want one more? We safe? I'll aim right at that hole, baby. I'll let it rip. I'd love to see Alice in the game. I can't tell if that's sarcasm or if you're being serious. That would be for some people their worst nightmare. See, it's a good spot to be in. Because we can literally just waste as many of these bastards as possible. My Nintendo GameCube. Insert disc. Ugh. Those cheap little swipes that they get off on you. Such bullshit. Yeah, not this time. Not this time, you jabroni. This shotgun actually works really well against these guys. So you gotta go deal with the fuel now. Yep. That's kind of the move. You do want to come in here and deal with this because you're not going to be able to fire a gun soon when you come back. We have Alyssa Ashcroft in Resident Evil. I think you're going to probably, if you guys played Resident Evil 7 and you know about the videotape sections, I could see there being a moment like that in Resident Evil 9 where you end up playing as Alyssa before she ends up getting murdered in the hotel, where you're going to get some context clues, because I think it's really neat that we're playing as an FBI agent, right? So you're going to be doing detective work, and it's going to involve your mother's murder. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how they go about that. But in the same vein, I think that there's a good chance that we do actually get to have that moment. I really do. So. Wow. We're going to fill up this fuel, right? I was talking about Resident Evil 9 Requiem, where you play as Grace Ashcroft, and they're referencing her mom's murder, who's Alyssa Ashcroft from Resident Evil Outbreak. And it's kind of funny, in Resident Evil 7, they even have a file that's written by Alyssa Ashcroft. So there's pure canon there, which I think is cool. Where they're actually referencing Resident Evil Outbreak like 20 years later in Resident Evil lore. It's a beloved game in the franchise, both File 1 and 2. I didn't really play them when they came out. I hated the fact that you didn't have voice chat. And if you've read Itchy Tasty, the book about the history of Resident Evil, they actually hit on it and talk about how Capcom thought it would add to the horror and to the suspense where you had to use the commands and you weren't able to just speak to each other online via voice chat on the PlayStation 2. And I totally disagree, because I think if you had had a voice chat in PlayStation 2, because they had it with games like SOCOM and everything else, that game would have sold so well. So well. That was the beginning of online gameplay,
Chris?
and having like clunky
Jill.
try to type
Chris?
or like use voice
Wesker's
commands,
the-
stupid.
I know. I can't open it. Just wait, I'll be back.
Okay.
So Justin Gonzalez just sent me a screenshot of his Amazon cart. And I could send you a screenshot of mine. I have Tormented Souls Physical on there. I have the new Dead Rising Deluxe, whatever the fuck it is. I have that on there. I have the Alone in the Dark game that I never got to play that came out like 2 years ago. Yeah, there's a couple things I want to pick up. But that never ends. It's a never-ending battle between me buying copies of games that I own multiple ways just because I'm a collector and I love this franchise, to finding other things to buy that end up sitting in the backlog for too long. I'm guilty of that as well. It is what it is. And here we go. We got one more save after this. And then we're finishing this shit off, guys. I try to kill as many Chimera as possible in that area before doing this part. So what you'll see me do there is I tap square like every couple seconds to get that little jolt. And the speedrunners will tell you. A little tap, tap, taparoo, baby. And you see what's not popping out and coming after us, right? Oh, come on. Yes, get that shit out of my inventory. All right, let's turn this on. We got a date with Tyrant, baby. Who's excited? Are you guys fired up? Those creatures are actually one of my more favorite enemy types, like BOW in the series. And I wish that we got to see them again as much as I hate them. It's like a love-hate relationship. The Main elevator is getting plenty of power. Well, where are we supposed to go, right? The lab self-destruct mechanism. It's huge. I always love that. I had to go back and see it just because I'm unhinged. 35 likes right now. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate everybody that's here. This has been a great live stream series. It was so good to touch back on Resident Evil Remake. I was debating, like I said, last live stream, was I going to do it on GameCube with those copies? Was I going to do it on Nintendo Wii? You know? We're going to be doing some Resident Evil stuff on Wii coming up. I will give you that tease. That is in the future of our Resident Evil Archive series, so get ready, fam. All right, one more save. One more save. It's insane to think about. I feel like we played through this much faster than we did when we played as Jill. It might just be that it's now fresh in my mind. Possibly. I don't know. Well, we can't have that look sloppy like that for end of game, can we? We have to have everything in order. And my OCD wants that there. And you can go up here. That looks about right. I mean, you can go back. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I've been on PlayStation since PlayStation 1. I've had like a Wii, a GameCube. Obviously I had Nintendo consoles prior to that. NES and Super NES. I played on Xbox, I played on 360, I played on all that stuff. I just always appreciated the Sony exclusives more. No dig on Xbox. I think they're two very similar things. It's just kind of the games that are available. And a lot of things now are just made cross-platform, so it's not anything crazy. For some people, it actually comes down to controller preference, which I think's amazing. So we're going for the good ending, right? Here we are at EOG. We got plenty of healing. We just saved. We're actually going to hit that son of a bitch with our little pee-pee shooter. That's our move. Let's see what we can do here. See what we can do. Oh, yeah. Again, I did this on Jill's run. Here we go. I can't believe we're here.
Chris!
We've been flying.
Rebecca!
I saw you in the inner garden. I finally caught up.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Hey, Bex.
No more following. Just stay with me, kid.
Maybe Rebecca just needed a hug.
That's my plan, sir.
She, after all, did survive Resident Evil 0 before this. So she's been through hell. She's probably the hardest person here. Tough as nails. The Queen Leech alone. Surviving the Queen Leech fight. Shit. That boss sucks. You guys were here for my playthrough of that. I actually did it to get the Never Use a First Aid Spray trophy. And I played it on normal. And we got that done. I also got killing all those bats in the cathedral, which was a chore, but we got it done. Luckily, the save room was right there, so we had to load it a couple times before we got it.
Wesker.
But it's been real. Been fun.
So you've come. Chris, you make me proud.
He does
Of course,
love
you
Chris.
are one of mine.
It's a protege.
Thanks.
Oh!
Since when, Wesker?
You bitch. That's what I
I'm
should have said.
afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
Since when have they been slipping you a paycheck?
Yeah, what?
I think you're a bit confused. I've always been with Umbrella.
Ooh.
Stars were Umbrella's.
Truth is coming out, fam.
No, rather, my little piggies. The Tyrant virus leaked, polluting this whole place, and unfortunately, I had to give up my lovely members of S.T.A.R.S.
You killed them with your own dirty hands! You son of a bitch!
Point fingers.
Oh yes, dear. Just like this.
Rebecca!
Don't move.
Oh. So that's how I forgot how they
I don't
reworked that
think
into
you
this
wanna
version.
die just yet. I have something that's of some interest to you.
That's when we have the original classic. Really? Her really line in the original is chef's kiss. It's so damn good. I can't wait until we get Resident Evil Remake, personally. I love the mansion, and I love this whole, before all of them are like badass soldier type, like we've been through it. There's something about them being so naive in being here and going through this and becoming who their characters are later in the series.
The ultimate life
This
form.
is your ultimate life form?
Tyrant.
Wesker, you've become senile.
Chris, you'll never understand. It's magnificent.
Is it? That is awesome. This version of this is amazing. See, to me, him getting it from Tyrant is great. As it should be.
Come on, you test tube freak.
It's amazing. You got hit with the blam blam. Yeah. How's that feel, you bitch? Huh? Look at the booty. Look at the booty. Okay. Now, if you guys know, you know. You know what's next. We got it. We got to do this damn thing. It's for the love of the game. Rebecca, get your ass up. You got that bulletproof vest on.
Rebecca!
Chris.
It's a good thing you were wearing your bulletproof vest. There's nothing left for us to do here. Let's get moving.
Let's go. Let's roll, baby. Where's Wesker? Bum, bum, bum. Wait, was there really something else in there? Cutscene? Let's see. Yeah, or is that just showing the... Can you imagine if you came back in here and the Tyrant was up? That would be amazing. I can't remember if this is just because of the shotgun shells outside of the room or what. Is there anything else? Oh, yeah. There it is. Observation note. The discovery of the G virus was in fact 21 years after the administration of the primogenitor virus. The prototype parasite, which we had delivered from a laboratory in France, was administered to the sample specimen. The sample specimen took in the parasite without showing any signs of adverse reaction. The lack of any reaction was an unsolved mystery, but now everything is clear to me now. The prototype parasite was incubating the sample specimen's body for 21 years. Then from that incubating state, the prototype suddenly mutated. Evolved may be a more appropriate word to describe it. The observation gave me more insight in my research. Through further modification and testing, I was able to derive a method to create the G that surpasses the performance of T. This was the breakthrough that would change the future of the BOW's history. I can't wait to see the look on Alexia's annoying face when I finally announce my research. But unfortunately, I'll have to wait a few more years to completely verify my findings. William Burton. So there you go. That's tying Resident Evil 1 to Resident Evil 2 and to Resident Evil Code Veronica, which is really cool. Obviously with the mention of Alexia, and that is Alexia Ashford. For those that are privy. So here we go, guys. We're at EOG. We got Bex with us. We got a fully loaded Magnum. We're going to grab these shotgun shells just because I have room. We did use our little defense pistol on the Tyrant, which was awesome. I mean, we did that with Jill as well. And let's go free Jill and let's put a fucking ribbon on this thing. What is up? Last boss time. I'm dialed in, Linz. Lindsay says hi, everybody.
What is it?
I found a file.
Here
in the
we
lab.
go.
Apparently, there's still a lot of Tyrant virus here.
Still a lot of Tyrant
We
virus.
should blow this whole place up.
Right. The show must go on. I'll leave that up to you, Rebecca.
I'm on it. I'll start the self-destruct.
Hell
system I
yeah,
found a
fire
while
that up.
ago.
It's not like we're out of this yet. I'll see you on the outside.
Outside.
Outside, baby. Let's go. Let's get the hype in the chat. Let's get the hype in the chat right now. Here we go. It is time. Yes, we grabbed those just to dump them in there. That's going in as well. We'll save up top right before the fight. That'll be our final save. Let's go see Jill, guys. Let's go see our girl, Jill.
Personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
No way. Nope. You keep your grimy ass away from me. Thomas, if you get a PlayStation, you can add me as a friend. We can play the games. You can get Aliens Fireteam Elite and play that with Justin Gonzalez and myself. Here we go. Let's get our girl. I'm going to put some hearts out right now for you guys for being such a good audience. You've 100
Jill,
been the best.
sorry I made you wait.
Appreciate y'all.
I knew you'd come.
Let's get out of here.
Thomas, I'm happy that both you, Wesker, and some of the other newcomers found the channel today. If you guys haven't shot me a sub yet, please do so. Hit that like button, and we look forward to having you guys back and being part of the Horror Fanatics family, baby. We do everything from psychological horror, to survival horror, to action horror. Pretty much all that good shit. Dead Space, Silent Hill, Resident Evil, all of it.
Let's get going.
All right, Jill, I'm coming. I'll chase that ass anywhere. I said what I said. Here we go, babes. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby! We're out. One more save. It's time. had so much fun playing freaking Resident Evil 1 Remake. Like I said, last time I played this, it was probably 2 years ago. And I've beaten this a handful of times. But this layout, I don't have it memorized like I do with the original. So there's sometimes key items or there gets to a point where my wires cross and I get a little jammed up. But I really do feel like after doing Jill's run, if we would have done Chris first, I would have been a lost cause probably for a little bit. So final save. We probably save it. Yeah, I would guess I had 5 or 6 more saves as Chris than I did with Jill in that run. And I actually save it a lot more on stream than I would regularly because I only have so much time to do this. So if I screw up and I have to go back and replay like an hour-long portion, that's not really fun to do with the live stream. That's just really deflating. So here we go. We got our Magnum. We got 3 healing items. Let's see this thing through. Oh, hey, Joe. Do you have anything to say? No? Here we go. Unlock those doors. EOG. I love all this shit they throw at you here. Oh, we got Brad.
This is your last chance. If there's anyone alive, give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
This is your last chance. Is it? Oh, that's so easy to run by sometimes where it is. This is Brad. Brad?
3 minutes to detonation.
3 minutes until
Self-destruct
detonation.
system's activated.
Good work. Brad's up in the helicopter.
Those things are coming.
So that sounded like
I'll take
hunters.
care of them.
But,
Legit.
Chris, you just get in contact with Brad somehow.
okay.
Oh, we're going to make contact with Brad. Don't worry. And there's that countdown, baby. You know it's on when you see that countdown. Yep, you basically play this perfectly here. We got to put this right in the middle of the H for the helo. Let's go ahead and let those flares arse, baby. Baby, you're a firework. Let's go. Brad! Oh, hey, who's coming?
Chris!
My friends.
You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so happy. It's not good. You little bastard. He's like, I'm like 8 foot tall. Dang! Rebecca's like, haven't I been through enough? Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, bud. I'm the heel. I'm right with Jill. That's unreal. Missed. Yes. There it is, baby.
Use it. Kill
Let's
it, whatever
fucking
it is.
go. Let's go right now. Get hyped. Oh, no. Put the grenade in his mouth. That was awesome. I've never seen that before in my life. See ya. Oh, no, he blocked it again. He did this to me last time. Why are you so mean? Like, why are you so mean? Boom! Let's go. Sayonara to Tyrant. He does. He's huge. He's absolutely huge. Here we go. We're flying out of here, guys. We got a dip. Yes. Yes. And here we go. Let's get that good ending. There they are together with Bex. All cruising on out together, guys. Look at that. You gotta love it. You love to see it. Thank you so much, Justin Gonzalez. And here we have it. Our Resident Evil Archive series. We can now say that we've completed Resident Evil Remake. So the next one up on this series would technically be Resident Evil 4, which we're going to probably play on the Nintendo Wii on professional mode. Oh, what a ride. I thank everybody that's been here. I appreciate how active the chat has been. Justin Gonzalez, Thomas Sweeney, Albert Wesker, Mr. Wayne was here. We obviously had Jen. Aaron was on. But what a ride. I mean, I'm so glad that we got to buzz through these the way we did. It's thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so good, like, having the time to be able to get these done in like 2 live streams. Having done Jill's and then jumping into Chris's, it definitely helped with my memorization of the mansion layout, and getting that done as Chris in 2 streams makes me really happy. I thought I was going to have to do this in 3 and probably finish off the lab on the 3rd stream. So I'm glad we got that done, because that means on Thursday, guys, if you are here on Thursday, we're going to be starting something totally new. So get ready. It's going to be a ride. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are all looking forward to it as well. But it's going to be something I haven't played before. So we got to do that with Dead Space 2. And now we got to do that with what we're going to be touching on.
Chris, you did a fine job.
In the future. So I beat that almost an hour faster than when I played as Jill. We saved it a lot more. We killed less creatures, but I think that's kind of what you have to do. Take a screenshot of that. Matthew Green, thank you so much. Awesome job, bud. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you, guys. I'll be there, so look for it. We're going to do Thursday evening, 7 p.m. my time, which is Eastern time. If you haven't already joined the Discord or any of the socials, all those links are on the homepage of the YouTube channel. Just hit the ... in there. You'll see my Blue Sky account. Then you'll see Instagram. You'll see Discord. Join me on there. Justin Gonzalez, Kevlar, Mr. Wayne, all of them are pretty active on that. So feel free to join us on that one. So now that will unlock Invisible Enemy mode. So now we've unlocked, I think, all the modes. We just have one more costume to unlock as Chris. Okay, who let the zombie play with high explosives? A zombie equipped with lots of grenades is wandering the mansion. Better stay out of its way if you know it's good for you. So that's Forrest, who's covered in grenades, which is a whole nother game mode, which is crazy. So we've now pretty much unlocked everything minus Chris's last costume, which is also going to be a trophy to unlock all the costumes. So we'll do that in the future to unlock that trophy, because we're going to do some of that kind of stuff on the channel as well. Just some cleanup on some games. And then I'll show you guys the costume we just unlocked for Chris, because you're going to die. So that was big. That was a big win. I was glad we got this done today. Thursday is going to be huge. I can't say it's going to be pretty. I don't have any expectations because I don't know what to expect, but I'm dialed in. So let's see that costume before we close things out on Resident Evil 1 Remake on the Resident Evil Archives series. And there's our new costume. And there it is. So we just have one more costume. Look at this thing. Do you guys love this or what? Or is this out of control? So as Jill, we have her default. We have the alternate. We have her RE3. And we have her BSAA costume. With Chris, we got the default. We got the alternate. And we have his BSAA costume. So there's one more Chris costume to unlock, which is pretty cool. And we now have Real Survivor and Invisible Enemy. And so there's our endings as well. So it'll be interesting when we unlock more of the endings. I know on other save files, I have some of the other ones unlocked. So here we go. Well, I want to thank everybody that's been here. There's a lot of names to name. I'm not going to go through every single one of them after I just did what I did and thanked all you guys. But Matthew Green, again, thank you. And Thomas and Albert Wesker, Justin Gonzalez, Kevlar, Mr. Wayne, Fat Boys Gaming, Jen, all you guys. So much love. It makes it so much fun to do this when we have a good audience and you guys are great to chat with. So keep an eye out. I'll have it scheduled. I'll see you guys Thursday night, 7 p.m., and we're going to start something new. So have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your week until I see you on Thursday. Keep cool. It's hotter than hell out there. So keep cool while you're in the middle of all that as well. So eat some dinner. Have some fun tonight. I'm Seabash31. And as always, stay safe out there.